Shalom, Mr. Carr. Shalom. Back at it again. Part 2. Witchcraft. This one is called Suffer Not a Witch to Live. Yeah. So we're going to continue where we left off. This time, we're going to continue where we left off. You know what I'm saying? Getting my hair right and taking care of business all day. When we last left off, Abba had instructed Elijah to on what he was supposed to do after he was afraid of Jezebel. You feel me? Let me get myself together. Oh man. Hope all y'all doing alright. You know, excuse the noise, of course, we're by the highways and byways. I'm in the byway. I ain't byway. Anyway, yeah, like. So, yeah. So last we left off, right, Elijah, he was terrified because of the threat that Jezebel had given out, right? And that was in 1 Kings. Alright? Now witchcraft, I told you one form of it, I showed you one form of it. Was the perversity of doctrine, using the doctrine for your own gain that's not of Abba's way. You get what I'm saying? And using your own will. Using your own will outside of Abba's will. You feel me? Another form that we thoroughly know, we call it sorcery. That's legitimately what it's called. To use the doctrine as sorcery or use your own willpower separate from Abba's willpower is sorcery. So now we're going to dive into another version. How the women use it. You know what I'm saying? The women that we up against, the powers that we up against, really the spirits, you know what I'm saying, that control these females. Which also, you see it's starting to rain now. It's starting to try to rain because I'm starting to bring it out. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It wasn't raining before. But we're gonna continue to bring it out though. So Elijah was told to, he was told to anoint Hazael as the king of Syria. He was told to anoint Jehu, the king of Israel, or Judah. And he was told to anoint Elisha in his room, to take his place. Alright? Right now, we're going to be reading from 1 Kings, chapter 21, right? And, we're going to read from verse 3 to verse 11. Alright? And Naboth said to Ahab, the Lord forbid it, that I should give the inheritance of my fathers unto thee. And Ahab came into his house heavy and displeased because of the word which Naboth the Jezreelite had spoken to him. For he had said, I will not give thee the inheritance of my fathers. And he laid him down upon his bed and turned away his face and would eat no bread. But Jezebel, his wife, this is the king of Israel, right? Came to him and said unto him, why is thy spirit so sad, that thou eatest no bread? I like bread, especially biscuits. And he said unto her, because I spake unto Naboth and the Jezreelite, and said unto him, give me thy vineyard for money, or else, if it please thee, I will give thee another vineyard for it. And he answered and said, I will not give thee my vineyard. Right? And Jezebel, his wife, pay attention, right? This is witchcraft. Said unto him, dost thou now govern the kingdom of Israel? Arise and eat bread, and let thine heart be merry. I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite. You heard that, right? So she wrote letters in Ahab's name and sealed them with his seal, and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in his city, dwelling with Naboth. And she wrote in the letters, saying, proclaim a fast, and set Naboth on high among the people, and set 2 men, sons of Belial, before him, and bear witness against him, saying, thou didst blaspheme God and the king, and then carry him out and stone him that he may die. And the men of his city, even the elders and the nobles who were in the inhabitants in his city, did as Jezebel had sent unto them, and as it was written in the letters which she had sent unto them. All right? So, she wrote or forged the king of Israel's signature and command. A woman, which Abba said is not to take the high place or sit in the high places that men are to have, took it upon herself to kill a man of God. That's sorcery. That's witchcraft. Okay? Now, mind you, Jehu is about to be anointed in a little bit as the king of Israel. And what was he supposed to do? He's supposed to, let's find out. Let's read it. Second Kings, chapter 9. And Elisha the prophet called one of the children of the prophets, and said unto him, gird up thy loins, and take this box of oil in thine hand, and go to Ramah Gilead. And when thou comest thither, look out there Jehu, the son of Jehoshaphat, the son of Nimshi, and go in and make him arise from among his brethren, and carry him to an inner chamber. Then take the box of oil and pour it on his head, and say, Thus saith the Lord, I have anointed thee king over Israel. Then open the door and flee, and tarry not. So the young man, even the young man, the prophet, went to Ramah Gilead, and when he came, behold, the captains of the host were sitting. And he said, I have an errand to thee, O captain. And Jehu said, unto which of all of us? Of all us. And he said, to thee, O captain. And he arose and went into the house, and he poured the oil on his head, and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I have anointed thee king over the people of the Lord, even over Israel. Thou shalt smite the house of Ahab, thy master, that I may avenge the blood of my servants, the prophets, and the blood of all the servants of the Lord, and the hand of Jezebel, at the hand of Jezebel. And for the whole house of Ahab shall perish, and I will cut off from Ahab him that pisseth against the wall, and him that is shut up and left in Israel. Right? And I will make the house of Ahab like the house of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, and like the house of Baasha, the son of Ahiah, right? Ahijah, but he's Ahiah, you know how it is. And the dogs shall eat Jezebel in the portion of Jezreel, and there shall be none to bury her. And he opened the door and fled. Then, pay attention to this, y'all. Then Jehu came forth to the service of his Lord, and one said unto him, Is all well? Where came this mad fellow to well? And he said unto them, Ye know the man and his communication. Where came this bug out? Where came this bug out? Where came this mad man? Where came this bug out? Right? For all y'all who like to call names and shit. Alright? So as you can tell, this is what Jehu was supposed to do. He was supposed to kill that lady and decimate the house of Ahab. Yes? Yes. All right. Alright? And like I told you, witchcraft, perversion of doctrines. Elijah was scared. You know what I'm saying? He ran to the Abba, he ran to Horeb. Abba gave him instructions. He carried him out. You can see in chapter 9 of 2 Kings, verse 1 through 11. Now we're going to go to verse 30 of chapter 9. Right? And Jehu came to Jezreel. Jezebel heard of it, and she painted her face and tied her head, which means she let her hair down. She put on makeup and let her hair down. That's just one of the many machinations of sorcery, witches use. They teach you all about that. When Solomon came to the Amalekian girl, you know what I'm saying? He wanted her so bad, you feel me? They had painted faces and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Getting tattoos and dyeing their hair red and blonde and whatever. That's just a form of witchcraft to make them for different reasons. Each color means different things. You get what I'm saying? Each adornment causes men to do different things, causes a different spell upon men. You get what I'm saying? So she adorned herself so she could try to like sway Jehu, right? Pay attention to this. And looked out at a window. And as Jehu entered in at the gate, she said, "Had Zimri peace? Who slew his master?" And he lifted up his face to the window and said, "Who is on my side? Who?" And there looked out to him 2 or 3 eunuchs. And he said, "Throw her down." So they threw her down. And some of her blood was sprinkled on the wall and on the horses. And he trod her underfoot. And when he came in, he did eat and drink and said, "Go see now his cursed woman and bury her, for she is a king's daughter." And they went out to bury her, but they found no more of her than the skull and the feet and the palms of her hands. Wherefore they came again and told him. And he said, "This is the word of the Lord, which he spake in his servant Elijah the Tishbite, saying, In portion of Jezreel shall dogs eat the flesh of Jezebel, and the carcass of Jezebel shall be as dung upon the face of the field in the portion of Jezreel, and so that they shall not say, This is Jezebel." Alright? Abba's word will not come back void, family. And now I done gave you a great identification of your enemy and these so-called simps who propagate your enemy. You got male sorcerers, male witches who adorn their head, blonde hair, red hair, purple hair, blue hair. You get what I'm saying? Who back up and advocate for these thoughts, you know what I'm saying? These women who sit on high seats or even in low seats that say, "I'm not a widow, I'm single by choice." This shit funny, family. But they profane the name of Abba. They say, "I love God." They worship God. They say they proclaim love with their lips, but their hearts are far from them. You feel me? They are hearers, but not doers. And then you got false prophets who use the doctrine. You know what I mean? Isaiah, right? Isaiah was king before Jehu. He had to get his butt kicked because Abba ordained Jehu to be king of Israel. You get what I'm saying? You got many witches, yo. Mashiach said, "Beware these times. There'll be many false Christs and false prophets who come in Abba's name." You get what I'm saying? So yeah, as you can see, I'm out here in the rain, sleet, hail, snow. You know what I mean? You got people who chasing that bag, chasing that bread, who will do it in rain, sleet, hail, and snow, but won't do it for Abba. With our first trade are priests. My secular trade is a fashion design, distribution. You know what I'm saying? Who is your God? Who do you call your God? Is it Edom? Is it money? Or is it Ab YHWH, who tells you to take no concern about the day and how you would take care of yourself? So Abba, if he would take care of a sparrow, then what more will he do for his servants, his prophets, and his sons, and his daughters? Y'all chasing that bag, and y'all blaspheming the name of Ab YHWH. And y'all following after witchcraft, family. Y'all following after captivity. And you ain't learned the lesson of this captivity. Alright? So yeah, with that, I'm going to say Barakah, Rabakah, and Allah. You know what I mean? Allah Ab YHWH, Ayah, Ayama Allah, which means supreme power. Which I don't know that. You know what I mean? Shalamah, family. And Shalamah. And to those who watch this on the Shabbat, Shalamah Shabbat, family. I bet time, which means I love you. Alright? We out here.